A gift to yourself was yourself. Realizing your reflection. What a great self vision of yourself when you choose yourself. Dimming your light days when you couldn't see for yourself. Allowing your trauma and your pain to display. Not realizing how hurt you was within to change. It was a thought process to me. Overlooking yourself. Days when you couldn't see. Not realizing you was hurting your own self with words. Putting yourself in situations when they were a lesson to be part of your journey. Didn't understand to detach when the love wasn't real. Didn't know how to detach. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Didn't know how to detach. Didn't have the proper self-awareness. Didn't have the love for yourself, to respect yourself, to be at peace with yourself, to know your self-worth, know your self-value, to have the confidence to walk away. The norm of the toxic behavior. You thought it was the norm. To reevaluate your life, to be patient with yourself, to say at the end of the day, hey, it's not how I want to live my life, to understand my future. I don't want to shortchange myself. When my depression, anxiety, pain, and trauma don't live here today, I understood to go within to heal, to understand my awareness today. To know my self-value, to know my self-worth, to love myself in the most healthiest way. That energy hit different. To have the self-confidence to stand up for myself when I know something isn't right. Meaning what I say and saying what I mean. I'm truly at peace with myself and I ain't got to wear a mask. The energy hit different. They wanted me to give up, live in fear, be discouraged, but not today. There are better days ahead. It was part of God's plan. When I chose my best self-vision of myself, to self-reflect, to become my best self-vision of myself, they allowed me to believe them in my light was part of the plan. Or because now that I choose my best self-vision of myself, to understand my awareness, that God said there were better days ahead, and they wasn't part of the plan. God's plan when it came to you, it's the thought process of me, how it's a new day, they don't understand to stay in their own lane. All because you decide to choose your best self-vision of yourself. You love yourself, to respect yourself, to stay in your own lane with no malicious intention doing harm towards yourself or your neighbor. But your neighbor can't understand to stay in their own lane. They're quick to judge a book by its cover because you choose your best self-vision of yourself. And they see it on the outside. They see it on the inside that you mean what you say what you mean, that you real with yourself. And you ain't got to fake gaslight nobody because you're real with yourself. So shortchanging yourself wasn't part of the plan. Elevate, becoming your best self-vision of yourself was part of the plan. It's a difference. We are not the same. Neighbor, please stay in your lane respectfully. You're bothering innocent people. All because you want to control the narrative of a description of someone that they're truly not. All because the fact that they choose their best self-vision of themselves, to love themselves, to respect themselves, to know that at the end of the day, regardless if they're healing or not, or they're healed, and they ain't got to wear a mask to tune into themselves, that they're real with themselves, to understand the awareness, to love and respect themselves, to respect themselves, to respect their neighbor with no malicious intentions. Yeah, that's an even exchange. Never allow someone to dim your light because they are miserable. Misery loves company. And not everybody's supposed to be part of your journey. So don't allow someone to dim your light, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, because they don't see your worth today. Or they trying to dim your light because you decide to love yourself in the most healthiest way, not to dim your light. Because you understood how your trauma, your pain, and it allows you to feel. It allows you to feel like you were shortchanging yourself and putting yourself through a uncomfortable roller coaster ride as to when will it actually be over, to be at peace with yourself, where you don't have to wear a mask anymore. Yeah, that energy hit different. When you understand the awareness to show up for yourself in the most healthiest way, not to dim your light, so you can truly mean what you say and say what you mean, that you don't wear a mask and you're truly at peace with yourself. And you acknowledge to love yourself in the most healthiest way, to have the proper self-control for yourself, to have the proper self-disciplines for yourself, to have the proper boundaries for yourself, to have the proper patience for yourself, to know your self-worth, to know your self-value, to have the proper guidance, to know that you walk by faith, not by sight, and not to give up on yourself, and always be real with the reflection of yourself, regardless to who overlooks you, when you don't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. the thought process for me. I gotta go. Now you genuine love, respect. Have a good day. Have a safe week. Protect your energy, because not everybody's ever gets out. It's the thought process for me.